Welcome back to the show, and as you can see, we bought one man here still in mourning, the G-Man.
I'm going to be in mourning to the 2017 season.
What did I tell y'all last week?
Salty.
He got to get over it. Then Donna Hopkins will come in.
Don't get over that quick, Tony.
JB, man, what can we do here?
And he ain't even playing no more.
Hey, make sure ain't no sharp objects or anything around this
I know,
man.
let me check.
He can't get
You
over
mean for
Make
someone
sure.
else. Not for me.
Hey, but don't you love that kind of tenacity,
No question, no question.
Wow.
I think if it seems a little longer, he may would try to go back out there and play to help him.
Jersey's in the truck.
Say ready to roll.
But I'm with you because I wanted to fight after that game the way they came out and played that last game. I'm still mad about it myself.
Yeah. It's going to bother me for a while, and I don't even play anymore, and it's going to bother me.
Well, you know what bothers you is you know that they had an excellent opportunity, and all they had to do was take advantage of it, and you can't afford to come out flat. And then number two, you don't be taking selfies after you just got put out in the playoffs. I don't care who's my friend out there. I don't want to take a picture.
How do you even have your phone out there to start with?
Exactly. You know what? I hadn't even thought of that.
So what is it
don't
about
get that,
today's players? Because I've heard a number of other guys say the same thing. You guys wouldn't stand for that, huh? That kind of fraternizing afterwards.
It would have been, I mean, not after a loss. Trust me, if you would have won, I'm fine with all the selfies in the world if I'd have won.
Exactly.
I'd have been like, hey, can I come on? But I would expect the other guy to want to punch me in my face
Right.
if I did that.
Well, you know, JB, I was telling them last week about a story when we played, and I mentioned because Howie was there too, and we played the Raiders and we lost in the Super Bowl. And you may remember Shelby Jordan and
Absolutely.
Mike Haynes. I
Mike
played with them
Haynes.
in New
Mike, a
England,
bad boy.
and the
Yes,
whole
he
when they
was.
was over across the thing doing all this and pockets and stuff. And when the game was over, I didn't speak to them for a year.
A whole year.
You held on to it. See?
I did not.
I don't
speak
quite
to
have
them
it
for a year.
that long.
Let's talk about a little bit about the playoffs this weekend. You know, I was so surprised with Harrison, Pittsburgh.
Oh, I come to ball.
10 tackles, 1.5 sacks, 2 quarterbacks hit. Old number 92.
It proves the point.
Bringing it.
It proves
Which is
the
what,
point
Gary?
that a lot of times players get better the older that they get because they understand the game so much better than they did when they were a young man.
You
I
know-
was much better. My worst year in the league was my last year in the league.
Because
right?
Because they didn't throw me the rock as much.
hear you.
They didn't
But in
think.
terms of getting open, if you look at the amount of times that I got open and my patterns, it was 10 times more than I did my first 3 years in the league.
why, Gary?
Because I understood the game more. I knew that it wasn't all about speed. It's about, for me as a receiver, it's about creating space. Creating space so I can get open, to make you think I'm going there when I'm really coming here. I don't have to be fast to do that. That's what Blitnikoff was so good. See, the other
Exactly.
receivers back in the day that weren't as fast, you don't need to be that. Largent for Seattle.
Exactly.
He understood how to create space. And as you get older, the older you get, the more you better understand the game and what you're extremely good at.
I always tell
I'd
people that.
much rather be quick than fast any day of the week.
Exactly.
Because
Everybody's
my job
quick
is to
and
make you
fast.
miss in a small space. I have to make you miss me. If I'm a running back, I have to make you miss me in a small space. The great ones are able to do that.
Well, you know what, and not just in your position. I
Every
always tell individuals, I played 14 years. My best years was when I was 28 to 32. I understood the game. I wasn't running 4.5s anymore, but I knew what I needed to do. And I had, like when I was in New England, I was there for 8 years. I had 75 sacks in 8 years. But then as I got older, like you said, they start thinking I couldn't play.
Right.
But you're exactly right.
So
The
Donna, then
Harrison-
for those of us who are in your position, in my position,
Right.
is there a bias? You know how people say, "Oh, well,
Well, you were an athlete.
No, he's
don't
talking
say
to
y'all
he's
position.
talking to an
Y'all-
ex-basketball
Well,
player too.
we
so
keep hearing
you and
about
Gary
this.
don't know that.
But you have a left. See, he had a right and a left. You have,
I had
you
an
have no left.
all-around game.
You have no
you wouldn't
left.
She
understand.
doesn't have a left hand. She's a bad
Donna takes this kind of abuse every week from you all.
But you know what? I understand them. You know, they don't know how to play the game of basketball. They wanted to,
Right.
but they're not there yet.
Okay, y'all continue
But
basketball.
Donna, but don't we just hear though, in terms of so many people say, well, you know what, this guy is he's at age 30, running backs, 30, 32. No, you got to start moving around. Listening and pulling this kind of insight out when they get better as they get older, and
Yeah.
it's not just about all the physical ability, but how smart. I wish that folks who are in position on teams to make decisions recognize that.
Because
Yeah,
it's typically
it
not
is.
football people. There's people that,
good
it's not
point.
football
There you
people
go.
that are
Gary,
making those decisions. So
good
they
point.
think 30, for the average guy who's really never played the sport is 30 for a guy who's been training since he was 5, 6 years old.
Yeah.
We're a different type of athlete. We're a different type of breed. All
Exactly.
athletes are. But in basketball, typically basketball players become basketball managers and coaches.
Yeah.
In hockey, same thing. In
And they
baseball, same thing in
understand-
baseball. In football, not necessarily.
Yeah,
In
and
football,
then-
it's not necessarily. You don't have to be a football guy to play the game. It's getting better now.
Exactly.
It's getting
Yeah.
better
There you
now.
go. They are doing
But
a
you're
little bit
finding
better.
coaches now that actually played, and those teams tend to win.
But when
They
you
tend to
look,
win.
yeah, when you look at
Good
the game
stuff.
right now of the teams that's in the playoff, Tony always talks about the defense. And when you talk about Pittsburgh, when you talk about Green Bay, which nobody thinks about their defensive unit, which they're playing really well. When you talk about Houston, and Kansas
Yeah,
City,
exactly.
When you look at all those teams, they are defensive minded, and this is the key thing right now. The reason why they're in those last games is their defensive structure is there. I mean, the offensive weapons are there, but it starts with that defense. And Tony, I hate to say, but it's the defensive
Wait, you see how the smile? You see how the smile left his face when you
He's in the
said
smile
defense?
left. But
Hey, he
really-
thinks it's all about the offense.
but really,
Donna,
I'm just
all
saying,
four of
you
those
scored
did.
35 points in 18 plays. It's all
No,
about the
but-
offense. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But Green
You
Bay,
score every 2 minutes. I'm just saying.
But no, Green Bay's defense shut down
I'm
that
scoring the
high-power
point every 2
offense of the
minutes. I'm
Giants.
just saying.
I'm just saying.
Well,
that.
And I give you 10 points to start with. I give you a 10-point
Wait,
lead to
Lee.
start with.
But you shut down the weapons of the Giants. They've got them all over. It's that defense
No, the
that stepped up
Giants didn't
too.
take advantage of what they
Well, that's
had.
it, but-
And he's
Momentum.
right
They
about
let the
that.
momentum
He's
switch.
right about that. Had the Giants taken advantage, but they were too busy dropping passes and going to the beach. So you know that's what that was all about.
Wow. That's the thing that
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Tony, and what beach do they go to?
I don't know, but
But what you say, Gary?
Miami,
Gary,
right?
Right, they were down in
if
Miami.
you go to the beach and win, then you have nothing
I'm
to
just
say.
curious.
But guess
What was the final score of that game, though?
38-14.
Yes.
So the defense did what? They let them score 38. I'm just saying, like 17 or less, right?
Green Bay's defense did a good job.
17
Let's
or
put it like
less,
that.
right? 17 or less. That's what the defense is supposed to hold.
But you
the
know
team
what?
to.
You look at all these teams, and Donna did hit a great point. You look at all the teams in the playoffs now; they got strong defenses. If we just want to quickly reflect back to the Washington Redskins, that's what they did not have. So you look at that's why I look at Kansas City as being a big time threat. Seattle is still in it because of their defense, but they've lost so many real
Key
important
points.
people in that I don't know.
But they
I
also
don't feel
got
they
guys
can
who
do
want to
well.
ball. I want to be in the playoffs. I want to get to the playoffs. I want to win. Those are the teams that are in the playoffs. I want to get to the playoffs. I'm not going to take no for an answer.
No matter what.
Those are the teams because they got players. Because
Gary, can you give me a couple of
quarterback.
examples? Just some players on those teams who you know are guys like you who want to be there. I mean, you mentioned James Harrison right off the bat. That's amazing.
I love I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna make history because I'm gonna make a movie. Somebody's gonna make a movie about this guy after if they go all the way.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a movie about
They
this
wanted to
gentleman
cut
here
it.
because of what he's doing and how he's going about doing it. But at the end of the day, there's certain guys who they just don't want to lose. It's an embarrassment.
And
to
you
them.
can see it.
And it's an embarrassment to their families. They look at it that way. Like, I did not want to do anything that's going to make somebody say something to my mom or something to my dad that reflected bad because of me. Period.
Wow, Gary, you had that passion. Well,
don't.
Aaron Rodgers, is he that way on the offensive side of the ball?
Yes, he is. And not only is
Yeah,
he that
he
way,
is.
he's competitive. He does whatever it takes to win, and that's what you
He's a
have to
freak of
have.
nature,
It
man.
I hear
doesn't
you,
matter.
Gary.
You're a football player. When you get in the playoffs, you're a football player. And whatever you can do to help your team, it doesn't matter what it is. If it's just a man running down on special team, you're important to that win. And that's what you don't
Does
see in all
Washington
the
have
teams.
anybody that has a semblance of that kind of Gary Clark attitude that you can think of?
Pierre.
Yeah,
Pierre.
Carson.
Pierre.
Right.
He's
Like
one.
Pierre, after all, I guarantee you, there was no selfie taken for Pierre. I
Oh, no,
guarantee
he was
you,
mad
in the locker room.
room.
I guarantee you, he felt the loss because it shouldn't make you almost feel like you have the flu when you lose.
Well, you know why he I like him is that after the game was over, you know, everybody was trying to say Cousins didn't throw them ball. If he had a kind of like pull back, Pierre said, no, if I had made the guy miss, and if I had made
That's
a
what
better
Gary's
route
point
running,
again, to
Gary's point
then
again, I
it's
hear
me
you.
too. It's
Ownership.
me. Yeah, so he
You
took
own
the
up when you
ownership
make
to
a
that.
Ownership.
Yeah.
Be the ownership. Now I got some bills to pay, and I tell you, I got these people up here. I'm barely just holding on. We'll be back in the moment.
You gotta
Yeah,
get rid of
dang,
Don.